The reason you feel so shitty throughout your day is because you don't have a morning routine. Without a morning routine in place, you are allowing your day to dictate how you feel. And what usually happens is you allow your feelings to dictate what you do. And you let your emotions control your thoughts and actions as opposed to your thoughts and actions control your emotions. And this is a problem because now you don't have control of your life. Now you are a victim to your own amygdala, to your own emotional center. And that's why morning routines are powerful. Not because the things themselves are powerful, even though they are, meditating, waking up on time, working out, these things are good things in it of themselves. But the reason a morning routine is so powerful is because it makes you into this momentum ball, this ball of momentum, and you're like used to doing correct actions, and these actions will guarantee that you do feel better by the end of it. And now you have this like momentum, and you're kind of like this rocket that just like broke through orbit, and your chances of succeeding that day are just so much higher. As opposed to you wake up and you just allow your emotions to dictate what you do. Or you wake up and you just go to work for your boss and you just allow that work day to dictate how you feel. Or really bad, you wake up and however you feel is what you end up doing, right? So if you feel lazy, you're just a lazy fucking couch potato. If you feel driven that day, you are more driven, you do something driven. These are all bad alternatives. So a morning routine is extremely powerful for those reasons. And here are the things that I do that have just shaped my mindset to be in the best state possible. Or better said, not best state possible, because I could have like a 7-hour routine and be in like a crazy state. But it's best state for minimum amount of time based on how much shit I got to do that day, right? Here's what I do. And if you're curious why listen to me, well, I'm this guy who I went from socially anxious and just depressed, and I didn't have much friends. Women didn't like me. I felt very unconfident who I was. I was getting kicked out of schools. I went from that to I have my own business. I have a hot girl in my life. I have many women that would want to date me if it wasn't for her. I've got friends. I'm not socially anxious. I'm super confident. As you can tell, I'm just talking on the camera. I have zero fear about what people think of me. And yeah, just ultimately, what's really awesome about my journey is that I just have extreme social confidence. And if that's something you want, keep watching this content because I guarantee you I can get you to that point. So anyways, what I was going to say about my morning routine is, this is my morning routine. I wake up at the same time every day. Same time. This is crucial. You really need to do this. It's not about waking up at 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. It's about waking up at the same time every day. Now you get into this rhythm. It's a nice feeling when you know I'm going to wake up at this time no matter what. Even if I get less sleep, I'm going to wake up at this time no matter what. I'm going to be up at this time no matter what. It's a nice feeling because what happens is if you don't have this, then you just, once again, let your emotions dictate how you feel. So some days you're fucking lazy and you stay in bed until like 10. And then you're going into work late, and then your whole day is just like this domino effect of being lazy, of being behind, right? And it's also not good to just sometimes wake up at 5 a.m. because you're fucking motivated, and then every other day you just don't. So instead, it's finding this healthy balance of what the fuck is the time that you gotta wake up to make sure that you're on time for your day, that you feel good, that you get the things done that you gotta do. What is that time? In my opinion, it should be between 4 and 8. I think 9 and 10 is fucking crazy late. I think 3 and 2 is just, for most people, kind of impossible to keep up forever. I think 4 is very early and it's fucking awesome. If you don't have a girlfriend, if you don't got shit to do in your life, then by all means make it 4, right? I can't. I got like a girl to take care of. I got like a fucking business. I got all this shit. I got to socialize at night because I like to sing and go to karaoke. I got reasons that 4 wouldn't make sense for me. But if it wasn't for that shit, I'd do 4. I would. 5 is pretty fucking good. 5 is nice. It's like early, but not fucking soul-crushing early like 4. 6 is great. 6 is early, but not super early. 7 is good. 7 is good. It's like 7 is like, in my opinion, what you guys should strive for to start off with is 8 or 7. And once you pick a time, you do this every day, right? That's the first step. Wake up time. Check. You wake up, same time every day, you get the fuck up. Bonus tip, you have multiple alarms. But not like you have multiple alarms on your phone and then you just wake up and turn it off and wake up and turn it off. And it's funny, my girl actually does that. She wakes up, she just turns off one alarm and then wakes up 10 minutes later, turns off the next one. And I don't really understand like why people do that. What I recommend is you have an alarm on your phone, you have an alarm on your Whoop or some other thing, and you have an alarm farther away. So actually, what I technically do is I have a really loud alarm clock that I bought on Amazon for $10, which I recommend you guys to buy, right next to my bed. The moment I wake up, I fucking turn that shit off because it's loud as fuck. And then I have my phone alarm far away. What does that do? Now I hear this annoying fucking sound and I'm forced to get up and get out of my bed and turn this shit off. If you don't have 2 alarms, if you don't have 2, 3 alarms, what usually happens to a lot of you guys, you wake up, you turn this thing off and you go back to bed. Right? Like who's to say you're not going to do that? Especially on a day where you're really tired for whatever reason. So, you have 2 alarms. You get up. You go to the bathroom. Do whatever the fuck you got to do in the bathroom. You know what you got to do. After that, well, what I always do, by the way, is I put cold water on my face, if nothing else. Back in the day, I used to do a cold shower. At this moment, I'm not doing that. I've done research on like the cortisol and all this stuff, and I'm just kind of like in between as if it makes sense to do a cold shower the moment I wake up. But no matter what, cold water to the face, walk outside, get some sunlight, 15, 20 minutes. Don't listen to music, don't listen to anything, just kind of like let your mind breathe. Wait, I'm sorry. There's actually something I do right before this, which is I journal and I read. Journal and read. Journaling is, in my opinion, the best habit ever. If you don't do anything in this video, just start journaling. It's really good for you. What I typically will do is I talk about what I'm proud of, what I'm grateful for, what I'm excited for, what I regret for the day prior, and what will I change today. Those are the main things I talk about. And then I read for like 2-3 pages, and then I summarize what I read as concise as possible. After this, I do my 15-minute, 20-minute walk to get the sunlight in my eyes and say good morning to a few people. Kind of like warms me up. And then I work out. And I do 1 hour of a hard workout. And what's really interesting is I used to wake up and drink caffeine right away. And what this would ensure is it would ensure that I'm like in like a kind of like let's go kind of a mood by the time I get to the gym, and then I have a great workout, and then that great workout puts me in a really high frequency, and then the rest of my day is fucking awesome. And then there's times where I try to not drink caffeine because they say not to drink caffeine upon waking. Like Andrew Huberman says that all the time, right? But then the problem is I'm kind of sluggish in the gym sometimes, and then my frequency isn't as high even though I have the caffeine after. So I'm kind of in between as to like caffeine timing. I've experimented with different times. As of right now, I kind of like doing it right before I work out. So I'll have caffeine after that walk. I'll have an amazing workout. I'll push myself as hard as possible. It's at least an hour. Usually 15 minutes cardio, 45 minutes weightlifting, or 15 minutes cardio, 30 minutes weightlifting, 15 minutes sauna, or 45 minutes cardio, 15 minutes sauna, or I go on a 3-mile run. Right? And then from there, I'll shower, and then I'll get straight into work. And I'll do some deep work. That's bare minimum routine. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Sometimes I do more meditation after that shower. Sometimes I don't shower. Today I didn't shower. I'm going to shower later. Sometimes I have caffeine later, earlier. Like I'm not like fucking so rigid with my routine at this moment. I'm not. But in my opinion, what you guys need to do is journal, walk in the sun, and work out hard. Those are the 3 things you have to do. Don't take out walk in the sun because it's just not good for you. It doesn't start your circadian rhythm as well, and you're not going to be. And what walking does is it literally lowers your amygdala response, your fight or flight, which you have a lot of in the morning. You have a lot of this cortisol spike. So when you walk, you actually lower it and gets your heart kind of like just more warm, and then you get to work out, and it's good. I wouldn't just go straight to weightlifting. That doesn't sound right. And the hard workout is really the core of what's going to put you in a good mood. It's the most certain way to make sure you have a good day is you have a hard workout in the morning. And I've tried doing the afternoon, the evening, the this, the that. I've tried doing all of that shit. And I'm just telling you guys, like, even though there's research and people that say it's better to work out later in the day, There's nothing that beats a morning workout. When you really crush a morning workout, the rest of your day, you're just kind of on top of it. You're kind of just treating the day the way you treat the weights. You know, you're just kind of like fucking more aggressive in a good way, in a really good way. So, and then I just do hard, deep intellectual work. And then the rest of my day, it varies. But that's my morning routine. So remember, journal, walk in the sun, say good morning to some people with no phone. But actually really important, guys, no phone throughout this entire thing. Now, if you want to, maybe set a 1 hour timer upon waking every day, right? And then you can check your phone for like 5-10 minutes and then put it back just in case there's anything important. I do that sometimes. But whatever you do, don't start scrolling. Don't start scrolling, especially when you wake up, bro. No more of that. That is the worst habit, okay? So you wake up, you journal, you walk in the sun, 15-20 minutes, and then you work out really hard. And if you need to have caffeine before the workout to make sure your workout is hard, that is a net positive, as opposed to whatever research you've seen about like drinking caffeine at 2-3 hours later in the day. None of that shit matters. If your workout isn't hard, you don't get that much of a frequency boost. So whatever you need to make that workout hard, that's what's more important. And that's it. That's how you have a great morning routine. There's a lot more you can do, like meditation, reading, ice bath, all these things that I have done in the past, a lot more of. But for now, I want to give you guys a stripped down version. I want to give you guys the bare minimum of what you have to do. And I promise you, if you start having this morning routine, you wake up at the same time every day, and you kind of give yourself this predictability that every morning you're kind of getting into a better mood, your life improves so much. You go into work in a better mood. You go into anything with higher energy. You already, no matter how the day goes, you had a pretty good start of your day. And that's powerful, man. Now you're not dictating the world and society and chance to dictate how you feel. You are literally grabbing yourself and manhandling yourself into feeling better in the first thing you do when you wake up. And that is a powerful idea, and it's very profound. And I've tried to not have a morning routine. I've tried to change this, and I've never seen it work for me. I just noticed that morning routine is a goated concept. It is one of the biggest concepts in self-improvement that I think everyone should do, for sure. Oh, and final thing. Actually, no, I was gonna say if I was gonna try to give you guys one that like was like even more stripped down, but I can't think of one. That is the most stripped down version imaginable. You have to journal, you have to walk in the sun, and you have to work out hard. And remember, the workout could be cardio, it could be whatever you want it to be, but you have to push yourself. You gotta get yourself to feel that buzz of like you're exerting yourself physically. And that's it. That's it, guys. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more of this content, follow this channel, watch more videos in this channel. I'm gonna be posting a video every single day of just value. And this is my first time doing this in 3 months, actually. As you can tell, I'm almost like not used to it. Like right now, I'm like almost, my brain's kind of like, okay, Sergio, can we just do something else right now? Like, I'm almost not used to talking for so long on the camera at this time of the day. But I know it's going to get these videos are going to get really good. This is my first time doing it in a while, right? So you can imagine if this was decent, if you're watching this still, imagine how it's going to be after a month of momentum, 2 months of momentum. And I want you to take that idea and realize that's how your life will get if you have a morning routine, if you do any skill for months on end, and tell yourself that it's okay wherever you're at, with how you feel, with how you're doing things. But as long as you keep doing the actions again and again, over time, you will get to just crazy levels. I guarantee that. So yeah, guys, that's about it for the video. Have a great day. We'll all talk soon, and peace. Oh, also, small thing. I'm gonna always say this at the end of the video, but if you wanna work with me one-on-one as your coach, if you've been watching my content for a while, and you want me to level up your dating life, your social life, your discipline, then link is in my description to work with me one-on-one. With all that being said, have a great day, guys. We'll talk soon, and peace.